So now that we are through episode 7 of the Ahsoka show, I'd like to add on to a prediction that I made last week. The prediction was around what was going to be the fate of Baylan Skoll. While I still want to stick to what I said in that prediction, I'm going to add onto it a little bit more with what we now know based on what happened in the most recent episode. Real quickly, I just want to let you all know that my current goal on this channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very close, so your support would be very much appreciated if you could subscribe in helping me get there. So basically, the theory that I gave was that I believe the power of which Baylan continues to say that he is searching for, at least on the planet of Peridea, is not a power of destruction, violence, or any type of reign over a being or person, but more so a power of peace. After seeing the new episode, I am firmly going to stick by my theory that he wants to stop fighting. And I know some people will counter me with the point of the fact that he keeps fighting Ahsoka, but think about it for a second. He always keeps getting put into a situation where he does have to fight her. At the same time, why didn't he go down and help Shin fight Sabine and Ezra? There is something there that doesn't make sense, and I think it is because of the fact that he believes that he has reached the end of his journey, and whatever comes from it just happens. I believe he wants to stay on Peridea for good and not leave back with everyone else to the original galaxy. I also think that the line of dialogue that he has with Shin before he sends her off to go fight is the most glaring showcase of potential evidence as to why I think this theory is proof of my belief. He says, "Contact Thrawn and tell them we have located Ezra and Sabine Wren. Kill them and then take your place in the coming Empire." And then he goes on to say, "Your ambition drives you in one direction. My path lies in another." He then also goes on to give her a parting lesson as he describes its meaning that basically he doesn't want to see her again and that this would be the last time that he sees her regardless if that's what he would have wanted or not. I think this line of dialogue right here confirms it for me that he in fact just wants to let it all go. He's telling her that he wants to see her go into whatever Thrawn is planning in the original galaxy as like his right-hand man, essentially. But he doesn't want that. In episode 6, he talked about how the fact that all these different histories of people rising to power and it all comes crumbling down has just repeated itself over and over again. And something tells me he doesn't want to be a part of that again after he experienced it with Order 66. I will also add into the fact that just look at the man. You can clearly tell that he is at an age where, yes, he might still have some fight in him and is built well, but he also just looks extremely old. I think he has had enough of everything, and his final goal was to just make sure that Shin could get to where she's going with the new Empire, as he said. This also kind of leads into what I predict will happen next week, which is, I think, maybe even more of a sadder ending. I think that Shin is going to get annoyed by the fact that Baylan left her in the dust to fight, and those two are going to end up fighting each other instead. Master versus apprentice. Whether or not one comes out on top and kills the other, I think it is another theory entirely, but there's also a chance that neither of them will die. But in that case, if neither do die, I think that Baylan will still tell her to go, and he will be stranded there on that planet for the rest of time until he dies, once everybody else leaves. In doing so, another theory I have is that when everybody does leave, we are going to get one final scene with this character, but also the actor of Ray Stevenson, giving an emotional performance as he lives through his final moments and he sees a Force ghost of his former master. Who that master is, we might find out or not, but I just know that something tells me we are going to get a good performance with him because, man, has Ray Stevenson been killing it in this show. He is so damn good. Once his Force Ghost Master finishes speaking to him, I think we are going to see him fade away like we've seen so many Jedi fade away before once they've died, whether it be Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, or even Luke, like how he did in The Last Jedi. In that moment, he will have become one with the Force, and a part of his light side will have come back because you don't really see dark side users become Force Ghosts, but the light side of themselves usually always comes out in the end. I think he is still holding on to that part of him, and in his final moments, he will have turned back to the light, giving him that ability to be one with the Force. In that case, you could also use an example of someone like Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was very firmly on the dark side throughout the entire sequel trilogy, but in The Rise of Skywalker, he at the very end came out with his light side, and he died a Jedi, basically giving himself into the Force. So that's just another example to use to where you can use two dark side users as a comparison, Baylan and Kylo. So right there, that is my final prediction for what is going to happen for this character in the finale next week, and overall, I cannot believe we are at the end already with this show. I did enjoy episode 7, and I thought it was a decent setup for for what's to come. I have no idea what is going to happen with everybody else, but I have a feeling something big could be happening. We are probably going to see Thrawn make his way back into the Chimera to the original galaxy with everybody else, and we might see some more battles, so who honestly really knows. Right now though, I want to get all your thoughts and opinions of the episode down below in the comments, and also if you agree with what my final theory is for the fate of Baylan Skoll. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new here. I am currently trying to reach 1,000 subscribers again on this channel, so your support would be greatly appreciated. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of their day, and we have got one more episode to go, so I'll see you all then. May the Force be with you.